Okay, okay. Bum 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 bum. Da 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 da. Me suddenly realizing that whole hands. Why it hurts my hands is because I did a whole bunch of extra works the past 2 days that I wasn't supposed to because I was resting my hand. I decided to do that, but I did. Hi, Cordifer.
Make him noise, good chin.
Right. I could probably do that blind, but let's not say we did. There it is. I'm like, I know it's here somewhere. I never called this yours. Maybe not. No, no. What about Drina? I'm a dumbass. Whoops. Never mind. BRB. I'll grab the other Wanderer's Journal here. Or whatever the fuck it's called. Is this one a King's? I don't think this is a King's. Ah, I don't want to have a mind. Hack this shit. Sorry, I'm going around looking for the dog. Actually, there are more butterflies there than usual.
Papa nada.
Are we a Hollow Knight tonight? We're a little hollow. A little Hollow Knight-ish. I know it's weird with the amount I've played, but my memory is extreme garbage. You are old and unknowing? No, this is regular Hollow Knight. But I'm gonna have to stop shortly because I'm holding them. Alright, you gotta make Jin say Jin like a whole bunch of times. I don't have any rancid eggs for you. Fine fixer. Can I get the back here? Gotta mow my brother's lawn. Is it not? I don't know. Usually when I come across a stream, it says like I'll be watching shorts and stuff, and then I'll see a stream, and it'll have the name of the stream like right across the bottom. Let's put it this way. Hollow Knight's way easier. But I like the music from Silk Song way, way more. That's not to say that the music is bad in this game. It's just not the perfection that is the music in Silk Song. That's not to say that I'm not going to 100% get Silk Song at some point. Oh, I did get this bunny. Look at me. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Does that mean that I actually have been that I wasn't already? Honey, please. The difference is Silksong requires way more precision to an almost frustrating degree. And Hollow Knight, you don't get hit near as hard when you do fuck up. Gotta remember that this controller is very sensitive. Dashing takes almost no pressure on my finger. And I don't even have to like fully press the trigger button to dash. Like sitting here going, I want to farm for Lantern, but at the same time, I'd also like to move on with my life. I mean, the tree, there's a tree up there. Green tree. Here. But I was hoping for... Wow. Like, I never want tips, but I at the very fucking least know how a fucking Metroidvania works. Jesus Christ. There's ego, and then there's that. Like, you play a game, you don't know how to play it at all. You don't get any upgrades. You don't look it up yourself, because it's generally what I prefer to do. Like, I don't like when people are like, the easy way to handle this boss is to actually do this, and they're always fucking wrong because I'm incompetent, and the strategy that you're using is for people who have skill. Like, for instance, like, okay, here's an example. When I finally beat Lost Place, final boss from Silksong, I didn't get hit by her. I got hit by the AoE a little bit, but I didn't get hit by her. Not even once. Not even once. Because I learned how the AI worked by dying to it 3,000 bazillion times until I could move myself into precisely the right position every single fucking time to never get hit by her. Other people just smash their head against her, and because they are more skilled than I am, they managed to get in more hits and probably killed her far faster. But I didn't get hit. But the sheer amount of times I'd have somebody come in and go, watch me die like 3,000 times, trying to do the jank-ass way I play, and having them basically tearing out their hair going, you know, you could use this particular tool? Oh, I can't believe you're using Wanderers. You shouldn't use Wanderers here. This is probably one of the ones where it would probably be best to switch back to Reapers or to another fucking crest. And I'm like, fuck you, get out of my fucking chat. Exactly, but I understand that I'm bad at video games. Hence why this feels so fucking nerve-wracking, because I can't fuck up. My memory's so damn bad, I'm sitting here going, I don't remember how to get to point A, from point A to point B. You could look it up, you dumb bitch. Oh, I could go kill that. I really want to go to the city though. I'm telling myself, go to city. There's so much shit in city. You could go get your lem stuff. You wouldn't have to fucking grind as much. You could go sell that shit, but no. No, we're just gonna mow my brother's lawn again. Hey, brother. That's true too. And I will never not say that I have never been distracted by my chat. It happens frequently. The key is to not be a salty bitch about it. And that is the hardest fucking thing. That is literally the hardest thing for me. is to not just want to absolutely just lose my fucking shit. Because that's not their fault. They're doing what they're allowed. I'm literally allowed them to do that. By playing publicly. Oh, for a second I was like, no! I'm stuck in baby jail! I'm not stuck in baby jail. I'm not stuck in baby jail. You're stuck in baby jail. But there is a teeny tiny part of me that's like, wants to just scream and rip and tear because, Ree! How dare you talk to my scream or play song? Oh my god, someone played a sound yesterday at precisely the right moment to fucking distract and kill me. And like, I didn't react because honest to god, it was perfect. It was so perfectly timed. Like, not only was the death deeply deserved, because it totally fucking was, but it was also just like pure comedy. The entire thing was just pure fucking comedy. Totally unexpected, absolutely hilarious. Hello, Salubra. Oh, I haven't even talked to Salubra yet. Oh, random. Give me charms. Well, not charms. I don't want charms, I want notches. I only need 2 more, huh? I need 2 more. Like, am I really gonna buy steady? Oh, Shaman Stone's good. I don't have enough notches for Shaman Stone, but if I do buy it, well, guess what? I won't have enough for the fucking notch anyway. Who you hoo-hoo-hoo at me, bitch? I should be mad at Salubra. What is this Mega Pug? I have no idea. She's like a grub or something, I guess. So, honest to god, the creepiness that is... Oh my... So, conspiracy time. Here's a fact. The life seed, which is blue. Also filled with lifeblood, which is blue. Which can be extracted and consumed for its healthful properties. We find out more about it in Silk Song. From these guys. Who are crabs. Who are like, we're from a far-off place. It's surrounded by the sea. And we have propagated lifeblood stuff into this cavern. That's directly under a dried-up ocean. It would be really, really cool if you helped us out with our experiments with lifeblood. We, the crab people, deal with this stuff all the time. And at one point in time, my brain finally went, oh yeah, isn't horseshoe crab blood blue? Like bright fucking blue? It's precisely this color. It is this color. It's that small cuddling seed filled with lifeblood. It's horseshoe crab blood. And since we now know that crabs are considered to be bugs in terms of the Hollow Knight universe, i.e. sentient creatures that can exist, I fucking guarantee you that Sea of Sorrows and Silk Song is going to be all about a horseshoe crab that's been, like, harvested for lifeblood. The Mega Pug Bug Pig. Yes, the Mega Pug Big Pig Buggity Bug also has one of the singular sickest, grossest, most awful moments in this entire goddamn game. Where if you get every charm in the game, so like if you get every single little thing that you use to power up your character, if you get all of them, she'll give you a kiss, which makes her ghost fly over your head going hoo-hoo-hoo, 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 over and over and over again. And it used to just keep going on anytime you're sitting on a bench. They have actually nerfed her finally so that when your mana, well, it's called soul, but it's basically your mana. When your mana pool gets filled back up by her floating around over top of you, she disappears now. But she didn't used to. No, she didn't. You'd be sitting here trying to figure out what your charms are and hearing hoo-hoo-hoo, forever. It was intensely frustrating. Not my favorite, and I don't know if I can make this jump. I can. It's fine. I don't really need to do the Blue Lake skip. Aside from the fact that this is Silk Soul. This is Steel Soul, so I cannot just kill myself and go and get the secret thing. You know, the capability to understand. It's a really interesting story. It's very subtle, but you can find out through like there's various writings that are around. You have a little thingy here that kind of tells you like stuff about all these guys, so you can kind of get a sense of where things are from and who they are and all that shit. I want to go to the city. Oh, no I don't. No I don't. I want to go kick the crap out of that one guy. Whoops. Wrong button. It is, except to the places where it isn't bluey. Where it isn't blue. Sometimes it isn't blue. Sometimes it is. In this area, it's blue. Sometimes it's orange. Sometimes it's purple. It's very blue right now, though. The music in this game is very subtle and, what's the right word? It's really ambient. It repeats itself in a sort of really gentle way, which is actually quite pleasant, but but Silk Song's music is just fucking amazing. Awesome in ways that are hard to describe. Like, there's lots of classical influences and concepts and ow. Hit the squeaky thing, it's so squeaky and annoying. First time I watched play Soul Stone was unaware of upgrades. It felt like a Mega Man Metroidvania. Woof. How the fuck do you play Silk Song and not explore? Then again, there was okay, so in Hey boys! Oh, my bad. No. Am I intruding? Sorry. I fucking love it. I fucking love it. I love the fact that they go, oh. Well, I mean, okay, so this is what happened to a lot of players, especially a lot of streamers. Is there's like one area. It's kind of like this. My mouse. Oh, I can do it this way. So okay, there is sort of an area that's similar to this, where there's like 3 openings. So we have this area where there was a boss, a little mini boss there, and there was this area where there was like a weapon upgrade sort of thing with a little thing, and down here there was another path that kind of went off into fucking nowhere. Now, here was the thing. There's a bench here, so the place to sit down and save your games. So everyone's like, okay, there's a bench here, there's a little mini boss here. I'll go kick the shit out of this boss. So you go in, boss hits hard. Boss hits so hard, so fast, and as soon as I started engaging him, I was like, wow, I wish I had a dash. Wow, I wish I had like a double jump maybe to get over his head and, you know, and then all of a sudden I went, oh, you know what? I'm not getting locked in with him. Usually when you engage a boss, like, gates slam down so that you can't leave the boss arena. I could leave this boss arena. So after dying a couple times, I went, yeah, I mean, obviously I'm not supposed to engage with this idiot yet. I need more upgrades. So I saved on the bench, went down here, got a whole bunch of upgrades, blah, 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 blah. Came back to it way, way, way in the future and kicked the shit out of it and went to the area and did all sorts of stuff. Dumbasses went, oh, there's a save point here, so I could just bash my head against this boss until I finally beat it. And they all did that. They got no upgrades. They didn't have a dash. They didn't have a double jump. They didn't have, like, there's a floating mechanic. Didn't have any of those things. Went, beat their head against the boss until they beat him, and went into this area where if you do not have those fucking things, you're going to die a lot. Because you really need to be able to jump and float. You really need to be able to run real fast and dodge out of the way of things. You don't have it, well, congratulations, you're gonna suffer. So everyone was like, the game's too hard, you guys. They didn't balance it at all. And it's like, what do you mean? What were you having trouble with? And they're like, well, you know, like, you go into Hunter's March. You're like, what the hell's Hunter's March? So I looked it up, I'm like, oh, it's behind this boss. That I skipped because I was like, I'll get back to it. I can't beat it. I'll get back to it. That's all I think about. Yeah, bad game made by bad devs. Or, hear me out. Not a bad game at all, because the devs gave you that third route that you could have taken the entire damn time. The other thing that kills me is there's this supposed progression boss. It's very, very difficult when you first run into it. So people who rushed ahead, got through the area, but they didn't explore, they didn't get anything, no upgrades, they go into the area, they get their ass handed to them by Morwing. Well, over here, roughly, same area actually, there's a flea circus, because it's bugs. So there's a flea circus. So like, can you find our fellow fleas? They're hidden all around here. And I'm like, oh, okay, I can do a quest. So I went and found their fleas and gave them back their fleas, and they're like, would you like to come with us to the next area? And I'm like, oh, yeah, sure, why the fuck not? So I go with them to the next area, go in, there's all this shit over here, there's all this shit over here. Not a big deal, right? Well, yeah, not a big deal, because I did that quest. Morwing doesn't spawn until Act 2. It's an Act 2 boss! It's there to punish you for not getting the fleas. You're supposed to go do the quest and get the fleas. You want to do it the hard way? Fine. The fleas aren't there to scare away Morwing. You dumb shits! Anyways, high definitional. The 2D avatar instead of the 3D one today, yes, because I don't like lag. That's the long and the short of it. I don't like lag. With the game, it do be laggy when I've got the live 2D going. What's am I yapping about? People bitching about Silksong being too hard, but it actually wasn't all that hard. Like, on a extremely serious note, the only people who found it hard were people who rushed ahead, did none of the quests, did none of the exploring, didn't give up on bosses that were clearly well above their pay grade. They bashed their head against the hard part and then got mad that, you know, the game was hard. And it's like, okay, but hear me out. What if you didn't do that? You actually played the game, and when you ran into something hard, you just put a thumbtack into it and just fucked off and went and got some upgrades so you could beat it easier. Like, the one boss that everyone was like, this boss is also way too hard, is the boss is at the very end of the Hunter's March area. Yeah, it's really hard. If you go there before you're fucking supposed to. I went there long, like almost at the end of Act 2. And I had so many upgrades. I had so many nail upgrades. I had so many, like, tool upgrades. And by the time I walked over to his dumbass, I was so overpowered, I, like, killed him, like, almost instantly. And then, like, the reward for it, which a lot of people had been bitching about. I didn't know what it meant by it, but, like, yeah, I was like, oh, okay, well, fuck this shit. Like, I was just sort of like, oh, you know, okay. I'm not doing that. Yeah. They were like, I worked so hard on that. I'm like, yeah, but you didn't have to. It's a Metroidvania. You'll literally get upgrades to make the game easier. Just go and get them. Why would you torture yourself?
Motorheads, geeks, sluts, bloods, wastoids, dweebies, dickheads. They all adore him. They think he's a righteous dude.
And we do think you're a righteous dude. Welcome on in, Sauce. I hope you had a lovely stream. And welcome in everyone who came in with. If you need to raid and run, totally understandable. Definitely go get something to eat, something to drink, all that good shit. And yeah, welcome in. Today I am playing some we had the tutorial. Hold and look down at the spiky spikes. Welcome on in. My name is Nix. I'm from the Denbai system. We have DID in real life. We use VTuber technology to help you guys tell us apart. Today I am playing some Hollow Knight, specifically a Steel Soul run. Am I gonna die? Maybe. Oh well. Hollow Knight, rare parrot, rare parrot, rare parrot. No! Oh no! That's fine. No, I fucked up. To be fair, I kind of need to do a refresher anyway. Because I have no idea what I already did. Why am I doing this so my hands hurt? I don't know. A Hollow Knight? Hollow Knight? Hey guys, welcome to the stream. I definitely don't suck. Yay. How's it? See that fucking thing? I was going to talk about the lore of the game. So, basically, as the story goes, it used to be Kingdom. God knows what it was called before it was called Hollow Nest, but it was called Hollow Nest. In that area, there were a couple of what is considered to be gods. There was a god of the roots, a god of the moss, or slugs, I'm not sure which, and a god of moths. All of them. That all lived in this area. At some point in time, this motherfucker shows up. I have to wait until he makes the noise. The little sad noise. Gotta talk to Elderbug, but I like the little oh. This motherfucker shows up and decides that these are uncivilized lands. It's a little bit of colonialism for people who aren't catching on. I basically said, well, it's all full of these wild bugs that, they are not civilized or intelligent. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move in a mask maker. Mask makers are esoteric, strange creatures who make the little masks that all these creatures are wearing. Some things are born with faces, some things are born without faces, but all things can have a mask if they want one, because the mask maker will give you one if you want one. Fucking DVD flies. Basically, he decided to civilize the land by giving all the bugs masks, whether they wanted them or not, and converting them into what he considered to be intelligent creatures. Now, the thing is, they all used to be simple bugs, like, these DVD flies that do the DVD logo thing. But some of them did get smarter. Really, quite a lot of them did. And then he declared himself their king.
Motorheads, geeks, sluts, bloods, wastoids, dweebies, dickheads. They all adore him. They think he's a righteous dude.
Oh, we do think you're a righteous dude. Welcome on in, Skillsong. You had a lovely stream. You need to raid and run, totally understandable. Get something to eat, something to drink, or go to bed as you need to do. And thank you for sharing your community with me. Yes! DVD flies!
Chocolate correctis.
But anyways, as I was saying, this guy, who declared himself king after converting all these animal-flavored bugs into more intelligent creatures. Still bugs, though. Declared himself their king, had them build a giant fucking city. You know, the usual things a conquering king might do. But he did a couple of really awful, fucked up, stupid things. The thing is, he took over the territory of the Moth Lady. The Moth Lady represents the sun. Because all of them represent something. I think the Pale King's supposed to represent society? Progress? Hard to say. Anyways. when he started converting basically the natural order into something else entirely, he pissed off the Moth Lady, who used to be worshipped by all of these critters. Because, you know, bugs do love the sun. They do like the light. Well, fuck. We tried. It didn't work. Yep, Hollow Knight. So, she, after even her dearest creations, which were the only critters that she actually gave intelligence to, the moths, basically betrayed her because he gave them more intelligence and more power and more favor, and it, you know, most of the moths abandoned the Radiance, the god of light. And that messed with the Radiance, who started a fight by invading the dreams of the bugs and basically saying, remember, you know, enjoying the sunshine? Remember, you know, living up in the sky and being able to fly, and, you know, how do you not remember me? What the fuck? Which was, it's sort of a kind of a fucking sad thing, to be fair. And she started invading their dreams and making them dream about these things. Well, that infection also kind of made them go nuts, because think about it this way. If you trained a cat to be super intelligent and then reminded it that it was a cat and gave it all the instincts of a cat and the desires of a cat again, yeah, eventually their brains started breaking because they'd remember being simple bugs, which kind of turned them into these beastly critters. Hello, Ghost Mother. Big DVD fly. Bonk, 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 bonk. Well, that's a lot of bonks. Ma'am, calm down. I'm here to kill you. And your babies. Up! I just tried to dash. I'm a genius. Ow. Hello, Shaggy. Whoop. As a note, this is Steel Soul, so no, I can't do the shade skip. I don't have a shade. It just, you know, I just die. Lie! I'm probably the friendliest there. No, you're a goddamn scam artist, sir. Keep trying to dash. It's not working. Knew I was gonna do that. I'm like, I'm falling. Yep, I'm falling. So, because the Radiance is a god, doesn't seem to be any real way to kill a god. They apparently can die, but it's hard to say why or how they do. So, since they couldn't figure out he couldn't figure out how to kill her, he was like, well, let's just contain her. We'll stick her in a jar, and that'll solve all my problems. Which, you know, might have been true if the fact that plan, which was disgusting to say the least, would have worked properly. But he is also a moron. But he had this idea that, you know, light, darkness is the opposite of light, so why don't we use uber darkness of some flavor to stick this nice little light god inside a jar. We'll create a jar, put the darkness in it, and then we'll have then we'll have her trapped, and then she won't turn people into wild creatures anymore. You know, the thing that they used to be before the Pale King converted them into intelligent creatures. So he approached, at the very least, one of the other gods in the area, Fruit Lady, and basically said, hey, nice Fruit Lady, would you make some babies with me so we can deal with this heckin' problem? Because, like, you can see that, like, everybody's getting infected with the Radiance's power, and it's making them all go crazy. Like, surely you want to civilize. And, you know, the goddess of Root basically went, fair enough, I don't like fighting, I like things to be peaceful, and clearly this will solve at least some of the problems that we're having, where everybody beats the shit out of each other. So, she had many a baby, but a very specifically designed baby, with, the Pale King. Whether or not she loved him is up for question. I think she did actually love him. That's probably why she, you know, put up with him committing atrocities. Like having dozens of babies with her, and then putting the eggs down in the void, which is a shadowy place where the darkness is so thick that it actually sort of has a personality. And those eggs sort of became these containers. And the reason why he wasn't able to just, I don't know, take a jar and put her in it is because she only seemed to affect living things. So they had to make some flavor of living thing, quote unquote, for her to infect and then get stuck inside when she tried to infect the brain of said bug and discovered there was nothing but darkness in there. That was the whole goddamn plan, and it should have fucking worked, except for one thing. The Radiance isn't just a goddess of light, she's a goddess of dreams, i.e. wants and desires. You got your wants, you got your desires, and if you have any of the above, well, Radiance is gonna eventually take over. Let me fuck over in here. You say hi, Tiso. This is the second half of what happened. So, basically, one of their kids, got taken and turned into the vessel. A containment unit for the Radiance. That containment unit should have worked just exist as a bug with the radiance held inside him. Except, well, the Pale King was kind of nice to him and liked him. And that connection, that familial connection, made him have a feeling! Oh noes! If you have a feeling, then you have a want or a desire. Like, to be loved by your own goddamn dad, who's literally using you to, you know, sacrifice for the good of the people. But he had a feeling, and that feeling is what allowed the radiance to start leaking out of the vessel. Or the Hollow Knight. So, when the Pale King realized that his plan had failed, but the radiance was sort of contained, he created this thing. Black Egg. And he asked 3 powerful leaders of the community to basically sacrifice their, you know, mental powers, because some higher beings, like some creatures, have like specific control over elements and stuff like that. So these were 3 very powerful bugs with assortment of abilities who were basically put into a coma to forever seal the Hollow Knight away, because he clearly needed more fucking sealing. He needed to be sealed extra. Well, here's the problem. Hollow Knight is leaking again, because the seal is imperfect, and the reason why it's imperfect is they're literally trying to keep a god inside the shell of a bug, which is the dumbest thing ever. Hey, Haxer. Thank you for the hydrate. So, who you are... And again, this is subtle. Some people don't actually know the way the story works. They've seen it, but they didn't cotton on to what was happening. But basically, you and your brother are siblings. You're one of the things that could have held the radiance. He just happened to get picked and you didn't. So you have the capacity, in theory, to hold on to the radiance indefinitely again. But there is a major problem. See, in my opinion, this is not canon. But in my opinion, the void isn't something that can hold a pale being, which is what they call the gods, indefinitely. It could if that god was, say, incredibly weakened, or it wanted to die, because, again, like I said, there are instances where pale beings die, and it seems that wanting to die is one of the prerequisites. Those adults. Shit. So anyways, you basically like, the way the game starts is you are out in the desert just doing nothing, because you really don't have much of a brain. You're literally a little shell filled with that void substance. And the thing is, the void has its own wants and desires. And we know that it has its own wants and desires because of how the game ends, if you do the true end. True ending, basically all the little buddies, all the kids get together and gang up on the Radiance and rip her apart. But the thing is, the fact that they all knew where to go, the fact the Little Knight, because this isn't the Hollow Knight, Little Knight, he knew where to go. The fact that he has the desire to do this at all, help his brother, who was screaming in agony at the beginning of the game, says that the Void loves family. The Void has always loved family. The Void is family. So if you take a little portion of the Void and give it a little spacesuit so that it can waddle around in upper reaches of the kingdom, that doesn't stop it from wanting to find its other parts. So the Void can recognize family, and not only that, the Void loves its family. So, as far as I'm concerned, the reason why the vessels have always been climbing the fuck out of the pit and getting their asses kicked by asserted people, the reason why they've always been climbing out of the pit is really clear to me. They're trying to get their brother back, because of course they are. Because of course they are. He's family, and he's been trapped up there for a long time. So these are all rescue missions to try and get their brother back. Like I said, we stepped away from canon, so what I was saying was canon, up to the point where I think that the Pale King is a moron. And that, as far as I'm concerned, the Void has always had the capacity for wants and desires. The Pale King didn't understand that, because the Pale King is a fucking moron. And the reason why my proof of that is specifically the fact that you're going to rescue your brother right now. And yes, I do use male pronouns for all of the vessels. I just do. I always have. I know that they are technically it, I suppose, but I view them as he. So, they're siblings but barely family. They're family. The entirety of the Void knows family. They have a concept of it. And the reason why they have a concept of it is that, or the reason why I say that they have a concept of it is that they have been trying to climb out of the void, like out of the abyss, for so long, trying to find their brother. And you could, like, when you look at what Hornet says to the Little Knight when she first meets him, is like, I know what you're planning. You're planning to get your brother out of jail, basically, and I can't let you do that. Like I said, it's not canon, but this is my feelings on the matter. As a note, there is no official lore as to why the vessels compulsively climb out of the abyss and compulsively are attracted towards the Black Temple and compulsively attempt to enter the Black Temple. It just makes total sense to me that, especially considering the true ending of Silksong, the Void recognizes family. That's my standing proof for my headcanon. Which again, canon, not true canon. There is a divide between the two. Technically, we don't know why the Little Knight does what he does, other than he does what he does. Then why is there a true ending at all? Because there's clearly no reason for them to ever do anything other than the bad ending. Why would the Knight... And yes, I refer to him as the Knight, not as Ghost, because I think that's the lamest fucking thing ever. She can call him Ghost, but we're not Hornet. She can call her little brother whatever the fuck she wants to, and yes, I'm aware that she's younger than him. It doesn't fucking matter to me. He's littler than her. He's technically older than her. By some amount of time, but... A random truth is that I deeply identify the Little Knight as being very similar to my brother, who has since passed away. So, to me, he's my little brother. He's little. He's so tiny. Anyways. Mole. Mole. Have you seen... Okay, so there's a fan animation. Shaggy, Shaggy, Shaggy. There's a fan animation that's come out recently that actually, like, has, like, this crazy anime style. But it actually has lore-accurate, height of the knight and the Hollow Knight. Lore-accurate. So, they're drawn in anime style. So, like, they are, like, drawn, like, you know, handsome human, this. But one of them is itty bitty, and the other one is a fucking giant. It's so cool. I'm like, yes, correct heights. Stop making them be so damn close in height when you're doing, like, when you're anthropomorphizing them more than they already fucking are. Are anthropomorphic bugs. I'm just saying. Not like they got 6 legs. They have arms and little legs. As a note, I have never killed Menderbug. I've seen him twice. In my most recent non-Steel Soul playthrough, I saw him twice. I saw him once before the Infected Crossroads, and once after. And I'm like, buddy, you made it! Did I save some grubs? I saved a grub. I don't know why I'd even bother going in here, but I did save a grub, so I guess I can... Oh, I saved 2 of them. Never mind. Wait! Pooja. Look at this Geo! Yay! Bye-bye! Fun fact about my very first playthrough of this game. I decided to make, like, because I was streaming it, I decided to make myself, like, a little task list of things I wanted to get done before I went and did the true ending of the game. And one of the things I wanted to get done before I even started to, like, do White Palace or any of that shit, was to go and get all of the grubs, which took forever because, to be fair, I had not looked up where all the mask shards were, so we were operating on, like, 7 masks instead of, like, all of them, and yeah, it wasn't bad, it just, you know, your first time playing through, you don't... But, so I go through the entire rigmarole, I get all of the goddamn grubs. It's the only spoiler I've allowed myself so far. Go in to collect all my stuff, and then, like, when I was just like, okay, before I go to White Palace, I'm just gonna go visit my grubs and let them all cheer for me. And then, of course, you know what happens after that. Do I have... No, honey. Honey. Just because you think you're right, doesn't mean that your proof is any better than mine. I think the Pale King's an idiot, so 90% of what he says about the Void is wrong. He isn't an expert, because if he were, he would have been able to predict what was going to happen to his kid. That's beyond proof that he doesn't even know what he's talking about. He fancies himself an expert, but he never was. So, your theory is what a lot of fans uphold, and my theory is probably what fewer fans uphold, because the concept of, you know, this awesome, no personality, no voice to scream. As a note, Howling Wraiths actually does involve screaming. Just saying, no voice to scream. I literally yell whenever I do my up blast. No voice to scream, huh? Fuck you, Dad. Hey, there's one more grub I can get. Ow, spicy. Oh yeah, and I also believe that canon-wise, this is the ultimate fan theory. This is Baja Blast. That's what this is. It's Baja Blast. It's acid, but to me, it just How is that not carbonated water? It even sounds like carbonated water. Is it? I'm glad I sussed that out on my own. Did they? That's so special. They did a good job. It literally, it screams Baja Blast, and the fact that, because you know, you leave your pop out. You're dumb enough, you leave your pop outside, and it's full of dead bugs in like half an hour. It makes perfect sense. You think that I can lure the god? Ooh, I forgot to grab that. Yes, I am trying to save up the 1800 to spare myself the annoyance. Am I going to actually remember not to spend my fucking geo? 0% chance of that happening. It's never gonna happen. Hey, Aspid. I can never get the timing on that right. At some point, I will do that. Until then, we're just gonna have to wait until I get Mantis Claw. You're right, it is Avenge Fly! You know what's so stupid? You know what's so stupid? I told myself that I would not play modded Hollow Knight until I successfully got through fucking Steel Soul. I told myself that I wasn't allowed to do it until I got through Steel Soul. And I regret this decision, but I'm too stubborn. True. True. I mean, at least I don't have to kick the shit out of him like the Vel Beast. God, that thing is scary when you're... As a note, I also have tried to do... Oops. Good job. You pressed up again. Wow, that was some screen tearing.
Bapanada.
Bapanada. Absolutely. She's just like, look it, I wasn't actually expecting to have to do anything here. What? You. You know what sucks? Needing a simple key to go beat on Jin's head. Like, I take an inordinate amount of pleasure beating the shit out of Jin. Jin! I actually like Jin so much better than Jump Scare McGee, whose name I can't remember right now. Oh, it's GG, isn't it? I'm so dumb. I'm like, wait a second. Yep. Also known as Jump Scare McGee, because I jump scare super easy, and him coming out of the shadows like a fucking rocket every time scares the crap out of me. I got nothing. I'm so useless. I'm just like, hey, rude. But I like Jin, because he's just fucking sitting there. He's just sitting there, he's vibing. He says the funniest damn things. As a note, I am a bitch and will flake out of, I promise myself, I'm a flake out, because if I'm getting close to dying and there's just no way to heal, I will pause, I will fuck off, because, you know, I'm here for achievements, not for honor, not for glory, not for the joy of not fucking it up. Okay, so in the hut where the guy who goes din, when it's not Steel Soul, there's a guy who will retrieve your shade for you for a rancid egg. What's his name? And what's the name of the Steel Soul equivalent of that character? I want to make sure we're talking about the same fucking guy. Hey, fuckface. Wow, I've been fighting his dream version way too fucking much. I'm trying to dream nail right now. I'm a genius. I'm doing such a good job, guys. Bonk, 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 bonk. You're trying to dodge with dash. It's not working out for me. Okay, so I was right. His name is Jin. Bonk. Bonk, 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 bonk. Anyways, I like... Okay, so yes, I hate Gigi, I love Jin. Thank you. Thank you. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Oh, you are free! You're free! Free! Anyways, Gigi scares the shit out of me. Because he runs out of the shadows. And like... Oh, sorry! Oh, mace bug! Little mace bug! Hi, mace bug! It's so true. It's so true. There are so many... Like, to be fair, there are certain bosses I really like to fight. False Knight, he's okay. He's alright. But, like, there are some bosses who are so much fun, and some bosses that I just fucking hate. Like Maulid. I hate that fucking thing. I hate it. I hate it. Why put it so close to the beginning? Because I always get tempted to go and kick its ass, and then it kicks my ass, and I'm like, right. Now, admittedly, if I didn't suck, it wouldn't be so bad. But I do, and that's how it goes. Hi, bitch! Macebug! It's fun doing Macebug after you get Dream Nails so that you can Dream Nail Macebug and Macebug's like, I'm free! Also, the story behind False Knight is actually really kind of both intensely cute, but also a little sad. Like, he stole the armor of a great knight because he didn't want to just be a useless maggot anymore. Anyways, I deeply empathize with, Radiance. Like, on a certain level, one day you wake up and all of your house cats, like, you feed a whole bunch of strays and stuff, and you realize that all of your house cats are fucking missing. What's happened to them? Well, you find out that your new neighbor who's just moved in has basically mutilated them, put blinders on their faces, and is making them act like city officials. In some fucked up roleplay. Surely you wouldn't be like, okay, I'm getting my cats back. Cause, that's way too fucked up. That's what happened to the Radiance. She lost all her pets. They were all simple bugs at one point in time. They were all just regular ass, simple beastie bugs. And she took care of them, and they loved her, and she loved them. And I cannot pretend that the Pale King did them a service by basically changing them from being a certain type of critter to another type of critter based on his desire to have a cute little kingdom roleplay. But again, that is from the Radiance's perspective, and there is also the element of they are now sentient beings, they deserve the right to determine their own fate, you shouldn't be trying to change them back into something they aren't anymore. I hear that, but at the same level, what would her understanding of the matter be, other than she's just lost all of her most precious pets? And not only that, the ones that she, like, sort of taught to speak, like, the ones, like, her moth people, the people who she actually gave intelligence to herself, all betrayed her and, like, abandoned her. I don't know, like, part of me is just like, that's so sad and fucked up, and she didn't deserve that. Give me a bug. Give me a bug. Thank you. Hey, bitch. Let me out. Oh, I forgot to actually talk to her before. Oh, never mind. Oh yeah, and the most fucky thing of all. So, like, your next door neighbor has taken all of your stray cats, mutilated them, made them do sick, weird, fucked up roleplays with them, and then there's a really big new cat in town. And you go to pet that one because it comes up to you and says hello, and you're like, oh, you're a really big boy. You give him a little pat on the head, and then he bites you and swoops you into himself like a fucking flurkin, and goddamn turns you into mush inside of his brain because he was a trap the whole damn time. Anyways, it's flurkin theory of Hollow Knight. am I going this way? How many times do I forget to go to green path? Every damn time. Also, if you have never heard Blue SR's version of Green Path's theme, where he sings every single part, you're missing out. You need to go watch that. Oh yeah, so I saw a really cool post, right? About, why the Radiance kills, the priest? If there's a priest character, right? The one that's near Queen's Way, or Queen's, station. The one who's just like blah 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 blah, and when you come back, like it's all destroyed and stuff. You're like, wow. So I saw a really cool fan animation. Now again, this is fan theory, not necessarily what's happening, but I really like the fan theory. Is that the reason the Radiance killed that character is because it's one of Un's creatures. So like, there's the bugs that fell underneath like her creatures, the bugs in the area, the moths. But the priest near Queen's Station is actually one of Un's creatures, and the Radiance can't forgive that betrayal either. Like, the Radiance blows up that thing because it betrayed Un. It should be loyal to its creator. He doesn't like the Radiance doesn't even care that it's a worshiper for me. No, fuck you. Worship your own god. They created you, sick fuck. I'm wondering how many people don't know what a flurkin is. Honest to God, it's the only good part of that fucking movie. Like, I literally cried laughing. I didn't like much of that movie, but every bit with the flurkins, absolutely. I had to, like, pause the movie to laugh and cry. Like, I love those things so much. Not a lot of the movie is great, but the flurkins are perfect. No notes. I wanna dash. Don't dash, dumbass. Just don't fall in the acid. My brain is like, where's the fool eater? Where's the fool eater? Where's the fool eater? That's this entire fucking... I wonder if I'd probably get nailed for copyright. But I wanna... How do I do this? I really wanna... Let me turn down... I want you guys to hear the song, it's so funny! All credit goes to Blue SR. I am hopefully fair using because it's so worth listening to.
Fog Canyon atmosphere. You should totally subscribe to this channel, by the way.
That ends with the thing that says, "I'm so sorry, Christopher Larkin." And the top comment on that video, as a note, is from Christopher Larkin saying, "It's all good." So here's my theory. Okay, right? We have Blue SR. He sings the little wah 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 song. Okay? Christopher Larkin got his revenge. You want to know how I think he got his revenge? This is how Christopher Larkin got his revenge for the wah wah version of Green Path. there's the baby judges is vengeance. It's vengeance for having made that wah wah song. Where is it? Okay, I'm gonna put that on there.
Silksong has a hidden interaction that you probably missed. If you drop down here, these little guys scatter immediately, but if you play your needle in for them, this happens. I'm just saying, I think that the baby judges got that particular song from a reaction to Blue SR's wah wah version of Green Path. As a note, that's not official. I'm just saying it feels similar. It has a similar vibe to it. Oh, thank you, Blitzkrieg. I used to be in a guild called Blitzkrieg. Oh, here's a random fact for the day. So I used to play a lot of World of Warcraft. Very first really big guild that I was in that actually did shit was called Blitzkrieg, a raiding guild. So one of the raiders that was in our guild, his name was Smosh. Okay. This was in 2005. And Smosh that everybody fucking knows now existed back then, but they were tiny and doing stuff on I assume 9gag or Comedy Central, or not Comedy Central,
College Humor or something. Because YouTube didn't exist, really, back then. But they were famous for making videos, but like on other platforms. Because YouTube didn't exist yet. So, I didn't know what Smosh was. Nobody in the guild knew what Smosh was. Not at all. We had this weird thing where everybody was like starting to get on, we would do some raiding, so everyone was like, okay, well, we're gonna have the various officers, you know, they can be in the voice chat, everybody else can just be in the listening part of the chat, and like, you know, you gotta listen to your person. And Smosh was like, no. And we're like, what? You're the warrior officer, of course you gotta fucking do this. And Smosh was like, no, I really can't do that. I don't want anyone recognizing my voice. It's not cool with me. Maybe you should make a different warrior officer. And I was like, you're the one who knows how to play the fucking game the best. Like, you clearly do the most damage. That's the reason why I made you officer. Like, I don't understand what your problem is. Like, if you're a girl, you were playing a guy character. Like, we have other girls in the guild who, like, we are priest officers, mage. Sorry, a priest officer is a girl. We don't care. We're not like gonna be weird about it. And Smosh was like, no. Maybe I can get a voice changer or something. And we're all like, this is the stupidest thing ever. Anyway, Smosh did do some raiding with the voice changer. They had the most generic Californian, definitely live in LA, but Californian accent. Most generic accent of all fucking time. Like, not even, like, really distinctive. The voice wasn't distinct, other than it was pitch shifted downward. And we were all like, bro, no one was gonna recognize your voice. Anyways, fast forward a number of years, Smosh actually becomes a thing, and I'm like, I wonder if Smosh was actually part of Smosh, the actual group. Well, I found out the other day that there was really only one real member of Smosh back in 2005, and that was Anthony Padilla. So anyways, hi Anthony! I was the bitch who almost broke up with my boyfriend over the fact that he outbid me on a fucking dagger. Ah. You know what I mean? You don't know. But that's beside the point. It's just kind of funny that that is a possibility in my life. Yeah, this is a very, very, very nondescript, very generic accent. And I'm just sort of like, nobody was gonna ever recognize you. Like, who do you think you sound like was my biggest thing. Because, of course, again, the name Smosh wouldn't ring a bell with anybody in the guild. None of us knew that that this person could be potentially associated with someone who made funny videos back in the day. Like, nobody had a clue that could have been a thing. But later, I was like, to be fair, the first time I heard about Smosh, I was like, oh my god, I wonder if these guys know that they, like, basically ripped off the name of, you know, one of my friends from World of Warcraft. And then I was like, wait a second, wasn't Smosh the one who was super paranoid about people knowing what he sounded like in real life? An even more rare phenomenon, a blitzkrieg in my chat. I mean, that is truly rare and exceptional. Every conceivable way. Get here, squid! That one I do know is a squid. I want to be able to slip through here. My hitbox is narrow enough, I should be able to fit through this hole. I'm just saying. The ground hitbox is solid. But still. Oh! Hey!
Well, I'm glad I landed on that. To be fair, one of the things that's kind of... This... Really? Really? God damn! I'm still like beside myself about the whole Baja Blast thing, because I always thought it looked so much like Baja Blast, but I didn't really think that it actually was. I just was like, I'm making things up in my head, because obviously it's just acid. I just don't know like what they drew, other than it looks so much like Baja Blast. Oh fuck no! I'm literally doing a Steel Soul run. And if you're like, why are you bothering to get this? I don't know. I like it. I actually kind of dig the hunter. I like the hunter. I like it, he just like spits it out. Also look like it looks like you're like walking into the maw of an animal. Like the backwards facing thorns. Fun fact, these guys are the only ones that, even though I haven't made a fucking happen. Fucking squid, piss off. If no one has a Strum Brew and a princess dress, I'll hunt them down. Oh, you're oblivious. Yeah, I'm doing the permadeath mode right now in the game. Blah. I say, as I fall almost into the acid again. I don't have dash! My infinite irritation at myself because I keep thinking I have dash. Hey, bitch! Hi, bitch. Whoops. Well, that worked. Anyways. Yeah, permadeath. If I actually die in the game, I die in real life. No, if I actually die in the game, the game locks itself and you have to start over. This game has an entirely, like, cool mechanic where if you die, you have to, like, go retrieve your corpse, and I fell in the damn pit again! That's not a pit, it's an entrance. The obble 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 needs to fuck itself. God damn it! Up! And my geo gone. Fuck. I mean, trying to, like, carefully preserve my geo. I can get the... Ow. Blah 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 blah. Fucker. As a note, I know it's not a obble obble obble. It actually isn't one. But my brain likes saying that every freaking time I fight the boss version of them. Little ones get called it too. Cool eater. never played Elden Ring, to be fair. Oh, right. I can't get up there. I don't have dash. Wah, 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 wah. I think they're called obbles, if I remember correctly, and the big one is called an obble. Yeah, these ones are obbles. So the big mommy one is an obble. I'm going to vocal stim if I want to. Obble. Ah! Frick you. You only play Destiny 2. Bye, Hornet. Bye, Hornet. Mindfully, mark my words. Mark my words. I will always type in your live stream. Your words have been marked. Duly. You seem to have a disease, sir. Don't fart in my general direction. Ah! Maybe I do need that. Which is funny, because there's absolutely no way you could be doing that. I have my back to a wall. I don't know. There seems to be a certain type of chatter who wants to be like, I don't know, creepy? And like, I don't know, let's freak out the streamer by insinuating that you're stalking them. It's such a choice. Very interesting choice. And now I just need another 1,000 fucking geo. Yeah, geo is the name for the currency. Should be the bottom of. How do you level up? You don't level up, you get, upgrades. Like Mega Man. Or Castlevania. Or Metroid. I was joking, I'm a fan of you. Never give up, never surrender. I will never give up and never surrender. Like Mega Man. Yeah. Well, it, like, I don't know if the new Mega Mans are like that, but the old Mega Mans, you'd, like, go to a place, you get a weapon, you get the weapon, you use the weapon against a boss, sort of thing. Right? That's the kind of idea. How's my day been? It's been alright. And two sort of idiots. Really shouldn't try and take on fucking Hornet, and I'm feeling like crap. I shouldn't. But I'm gonna! Oh, you have a good one, Shineful. And don't worry, I am just playing around, but there does seem to be this odd contingent of folks so creepy. Like, I am so paranoid already. And I'm like, wait a second, there's no window behind. Why are you? I got it. I knew there was a thing I wanted to do. That was the thing. Okay, so yeah, exactly. So the whole you go to a place, you get a weapon. You take that weapon, you use it against a different boss. So like certain weapons make certain things easier. In this case, these are all permanent upgrades, and you aren't just swapping weapons. You're literally. Oops. Again, I don't have dash. I need to go kick the shit out of Hornet to get dash. So like one of the upgrades I have gives me a fireball blast that I can use to kill things at a distance. Do I ever use it? If I've got the soul for it, which isn't always. If you're wondering why I'm compulsively gathering geo, it's because there's a thing that costs way too much gosh darn geo. I'm trying to grind for it right now because later I will less likely to remember it.
because I am very, very prone to spending my geo. Even though I don't really want to. Because I never remember what I'm saving up for, and then later I'm like, oh crap. Hey, bitch. But anyways, that's the fireball thing. Not until later. Hey, Junipers. Oh, that's pretty cool. Ah. Good job. Good job. You fell all the fucking way down. I kick the shit out of Hornet, and then I'm gonna... What? That was exhausting, but I'm glad you had fun. Really? Obble Obble actually followed me up here, little shitbag. Moist night. Greater mind, one streamed of leaf, and cast these caverns so, and every bush, every vine, the mind of Un fills its. Stream path is part of Un's territory, but it borders on Polonest. Anything that's here, orange eyeballs, is infected.
Breakfast!
Hello, T-Witch. How you doing? Hello, Moist Night. little shit fuck. Oh! Wow! There's some rascal-ass behavior, and then there's chopping up all of your freaking charging cord. Holy crap. Still grinding for the Geo, it's true. It's true. Well, I need 1800 to do the thing I want to do. Okay. Do we save? Zote. Should I save Zote? Or should we just let him die? Microtransactions, I'll buy the Geo for you. No, not microtransactions, fortunately. Just gated content. The idea being that you would intentionally be saving up for an upgrade that you can buy from the shops. This is an offline game. But also referring to Sly's shop as just being microtransactions is freaking hilarious. Ow, 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 ow. I seriously think I'm hurting this bad. I don't think I should, but I feel like it kinda. Well, let's take a look. I don't know, you guys. I think he seems pretty on top of things. I think he's doing alright. I don't think he really needs help. He seems to be, have his shit well in order. I'll leave it to your business, sir. want your fucking GO, my dude. Hydration night. Forgot that I need to spam fucking. Copy for the fallen. Oh, man! Hopefully they did not flush the remains of assorted chargers toilets. Because I can see that very easily being a thing. Yeah, my should trade it. I want to. I'm playing with a debuff. Acid debuff. And save.